Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, Lesson 23, we're going to be taking a look at charts in PowerPoint. We're going to show you how to add a chart to a slide. We're going to show you how to change an existing chart that has already been added, modify the style of that chart. We're going to show you how to edit the data within the chart. And as an important item, because you will probably see this on your certification exam, how do I extend the data in the chart? It's not enough to just type new data. I need to make sure that it's going to be included in the chart. Finally, we're going to show you how to filter the chart. And once again, we're going to review excluding slide numbers from title slides. In order to access the files we do need to go to the book. We're in Lesson 23, which does put us on page 996. Please proceed with me to page 996. At the bottom of page 996, you will see the PowerPoint file that needs to be opened. Once opening this file, we're going to save this file to your Documents folder, specifically placing it in a folder that has today's date on it. If you do not have a folder with today's date, you may use the New Folder button to create one. In this lesson, we're going to add a chart to a slide. So to do so, we're going to proceed to that slide. We're on slide number 3. Please move to slide 3. Here the slide has already been added. It's got our placeholder down here. And as you may remember, we can add objects using the icons in the middle of our placeholder. The object we wish to insert is a chart. So we're going to go ahead and choose the Insert Chart button. The type of chart they want us to create initially is going to be a column chart, specifically a clustered column chart. This does appear to be the default setting right now. So with the clustered column chart selected, I click OK. The chart is created. Notice that data is automatically placed in here. This data does not relate to what we're going to be charting, but a basic sample chart has been created. For right now, we're going to close this data area and take a look at the chart itself. I can adjust the style of the chart. We looked at this in Excel, looking at the Style button. I can choose the style or the color. The book is asking us to change to style number 3. So we're going to come down and choose style number 3. But they do want to change the color scheme. So we're going to change to the color scheme of color 2. Repeating, we're going to the color option. Coming down to the second row, color 2 are the colors they wish to change to. The next thing we want to do is we do want to change this chart type. Right now we started off using a column chart, but we would rather have this as a bar chart. The difference is that columns go up and down, bars will go left to right. To change this chart, we are on the Design tab of the Chart Tools. We're going to go to Change Chart Type. Switching from the column chart to the bar chart. Specifically, we're going to use the clustered bar, which is the default setting for the bar chart. I click OK. I want to get some data in here that's a little more realistic to what we want rather than generic Category 1, Category 2, Category 3. What we're going to put in this chart has nothing to do with this presentation, is the class sizes for 4 different teachers here at Riviera Beach Maritime Academy. So, we're going to click on Edit Data. And here, where it says Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4, we're going to type in teachers' names. For the first teacher, we are going to type in Brim, pressing the Enter key. For the second teacher, Blackson, pressing the Enter key. For the third teacher, Bluver. Looks like we're getting all of our B teachers. And then finally, the last teacher we're going to include in here is Selapak. Repeating the order, Brim, Blackson, Bluver, and then Selapak. Along the top where it says Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, we're going to choose the periods. So for cell B1, instead of Series 1, we're going to type in Period 1. Pressing the Tab key to move across. We're going to stick to the odd days here. So for Series 2, we're going to change that to Period 3. Tabbing across. The last one we're going to do right now is Period 5. Alright, at this point we need to enter some numbers down here. And while I could tell you specific numbers to type in, it really doesn't matter. What I'd like you to do is randomly pick numbers between 15 and 25. So go ahead and begin typing these numbers here, random numbers between 15 and 25. Okay, so I've entered the 3 numbers in for Brim, going to Miss Blackson's room. Again, I'm going to pick numbers between 15 and 25. Going to Mr. Bluver's room, picking numbers between 15 and 25. And finally, Mr. Selapak's class, choosing numbers between 15 and 25. Alright, I'm going to close out of the chart for now, the data area. I wish to add a chart title. Clicking on the chart title, I'm going to type in class sizes. Now, I have a problem. Periods 1 through 5 are listed, but there are 7 periods. So what we want to do is we want to edit our data once again. I do want to add in my 7th class. So in cell E1, I'm going to type in period 7. Notice how the blue bar extended. Alright, I'm going to randomly type in some numbers here between 15 and 25. Notice the chart doesn't now include period 7. Now, it's possible you may type these in and that range does not extend. So, for example, it may look like this. Should that happen, what you can do is use your mouse, go to what we would normally call the fill handle of this blue range here, and drag it out to extend the range for the chart into that E column. If you extend it backwards back to the D column, notice that your chart no longer includes period 7 numbers. If I go back one more, it only includes periods 1 and 3. Go ahead and extend this so it does include all periods for all teachers. Go ahead and close this out. Alright, we're almost done. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to filter out one teacher. One of these teachers doesn't fit. Okay, what I mean by that is we've got all the B teachers, Bluver, Blackson, Brim, but we also have Selapak. So what we're going to do is we're going to filter this particular chart so that Mr. Selapak does not show up. So, with the chart selected, I use my filter tool. I choose to hide the Selapak numbers. I uncheck Selapak. I click Apply. And now my chart displays Bluver, Blackson, and Brim, but does not display the Selapak data. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn on our slide numbers. We want to make sure that those slide numbers, however, do not print on the title slide. So, we go to Insert. We can choose header or footer or slide number. I turn on my slide number, but since I do not want it to print on the title slide, I also check the option that says Don't Show on Title Slide. We click Apply to All. My slide number does appear on each slide, looking at slide 2, except for my title slide. Confirming by going to the Layout button, this is a title slide. Slide number 1 does not appear. This does conclude our lesson relating to charting. Please save this file. If you have not already done so, save it to your folder that contains today's date for upload to Schoology. In this lesson, we did learn how to add a chart. We showed you how to change the chart type. We changed from a column chart to a bar chart. We modified the style as well as the colors that were used. We edited the data. We changed it from the pretend data that was automatically placed in to some real data relating to our class sizes. We extended the data by adding a new column of information. We then showed you how to filter the data. And then we added slide numbers to all of our slides except for title slides.